going to do a seahorse melon sculpture, okay? And what you need is a picture of a seahorse that we're going to cut out, a honeydew melon, a marker, chef's knife, paring knife, a V chisel, 2 skewers, and some sort of decoration, some sort of flowers, or I use rosemary, okay? And a pair of scissors. You got that? So the first thing I'm going to do is cut out our seahorse. So what you want to do is cut, and I leave the nose a little bit bigger than normal. You can focus in, yeah. Here. Okay, and we have our seahorse. Okay, next you got your stem side will be this way. I'm going to cut so the watermelon stays flat. Okay, now you're going to divide your watermelon in half. Draw a seahorse on one side, then draw another seahorse on this side. So here we go. Next, we're going to draw our waves on the side. So I'm going to start with the biggest section here, and we're going to draw up, just like it was a wave. Bring it back, bring it on up. We're going to do 3 waves on the front. Back. And then I want it nice and lifted on the back. Give it some meat on the back there. It'll balance off your piece in the front. Okay, now, with a paring knife, we're going to cut the 2 seahorses off the top here. Now, it's very important that if you cut on an angle this way, it's the meat on the inside is what you're going to be carving later. So you want to kind of cut on the outside. So I'm angling my knife away. Cut the 2 seahorses out. See, I'm angling a little bit of away. Okay. These should lift. Okay, we'll move this off to the side. And now what you can do is cut this in half. Just take a little bit away. And we'll go a little deeper, just where the seeds are not. Okay, cut. All right, so now we have the 2 halves. So what we're going to do is we're going to carve this out. Again, kind of carve out in a way. You may have to do what they call cutaways. Say, when you go in here, cut, and then come back and do a cutaway. You can push that through, say, to get your shape. You're starting to see the seahorse. Once you trim it down, now we're going to start with the mane, and it's going to follow the same as the drawing here. We're going to go from the top here, bring it on down like that, get behind it, go down about 1/4 inch. Take that piece off. Let's go down a little bit more here. Next, we're going to use a V chisel, and we're just going to go into the surface, pull up, under the surface, pull up. Now at the top of each one of these, you want to cut a V on top here with your paring knife. That should really bring them to life. Okay, once you do the one, you're going to repeat it. Now we're going to move on to making a seahorse a horse. So seahorses have what? Big jowls. So you're going to come in here and do like a C right here and cut behind it. Okay, little C, and we can cut a little bit away. Now you can use the back of your knife here to kind of round this off. the back, see, it rounds it. Same way here, we're gonna clean this all up, kind of round it a little bit, reshape it. All right, we've got the jowl. I want to give a little bit of length to the nose, so if I cut this on an angle, it'll lengthen it. It'll look a little longer and give it a little bit of a different look. So we'll lengthen that. Now, we're gonna form the belly. We're gonna do the same thing that we did with the mane. We're gonna do in the front. We're just gonna do a little section right here. We're going to cut down about 1/8 of an inch and pull this piece away. Make sure you have a firm melon. If it's soft, it'll show itself right now. Okay? All right, we're gonna take the V-chisel and V-chisel in this way, just like we did on the mane, and then with a V-chisel this way. If you go one step further, you can put your V's down here, just like you did on the back side. And we have the belly. Next, I'll continue on. I'm going to shape this, going to kind of narrow this up a little bit right here. What I like to do is kind of cut this on an angle this way, and then with your V-chisel, cut a little bit out. So it kind of curls around. Clean it up with the back of your knife. We're about there. Now the only thing I need to do now is put some eyes in. We have a seahorse. All right, now we're going to work on the base. We're going to scoop out the seeds. We're going to cut our waves. Just going to cut down. What I'm going to do next is have skewers. You're going to determine. I like to put the skewers in the seahorse this way. I'm going to cut them off, different heights. Put them off. You could have one at a different height than the other. Okay. Now we got some rosemary. Or anything. You could use stasis. You could use baby's breath. But I like the look of this. And there we have it.